The toughest part really is.
It's not true. It's not true. It's not true. No. I totally disagree with this.
Hi, it's Dami here, and this is Toju. It's good to be back on this episode, and we're going to be talking about something quite interesting, and that's all about the transition moving from London to Lagos, LL, London to Lagos, literally, and the adjustments we've had to make. So, LL, how's that been for you, the transition?
I think the pre-transition, like I said in the last video, we kind of decided to move suddenly, even though my husband had been sent in from God that it was time to change. But the actual decision, okay, yes, we're moving, was a bit sudden, considering that, okay, I had only been there for a little over a year.
Yes.
So the planning and all was quite challenging.
It was intense.
I mean, for like 7 months straight, that was like the major conversation we're having in our house. So date night took a back seat a little bit.
Somewhat.
You know, you're having dinner, you're talking about the transition, you're on the tube, it was
You're
mentally
praying,
absorbing. You're praying about transition.
You're sleeping.
Dreaming about transition. So for me it was a bit challenging and stretching. Had to pack.
Yeah.
And you know how you're
yes,
living in what you think is a flat, a small house,
apartment.
and then you start packing and you're like, where did you get this from? And you're feeling
I'm
7
telling
boxes,
you, for
10
real.
boxes.
The funny thing is, when I was living alone, I packed with one friend and we moved one day. But after, no, as in when I was living all by myself, I moved with just one thing. Wait, but after she came into my life, after we got married, I think we moved once again. After we got married,
We moved once, yes.
once. I mean, by the time we're moving, how many trucks?
No, this is not true. You know that if we had 10 bags, 7.5 of the bags were your thing.
I'm not sure that's the accurate ratio, but the point I'm trying to make is that when I was by myself, I didn't have as many things.
No. I totally disagree with this.
No, so where did
Most
all
of the
those
things
things
we packed were your
from?
books, frames that you had been keeping in the house for God knows what purpose, CDs. Most of the things were your things.
But what I'm
I
saying,
packed my clothes and my shoes. My clothes and my shoes fitted into 4 suitcases.
well, I don't remember the figures, but my point is the blessing of the Lord to make rich.
It's not true.
The blessing of the Lord doesn't make rich.
Okay, no, the blessing of the Lord makes rich. But
and as no sir. Anyway, the bottom line is that packing was
it was tedious.
very engaging.
It was tedious.
And at some point, I had to leave first, and then I left her with God knows how many bags and things. So well done, you did very well.
Thank you.
You did fantastic.
I tried. It had to be done. So that was tedious, and then of course the finances involved.
Oh yes. If you plan to move from one place to another, number one, make sure you've heard God, and number two, you better have faith for finances. Otherwise, I mean, it's just going to be unbearable. But I mean, God has been really fantastic.
Really good. I mean, I don't think the financial part, because I mean, you know, when there's no money, can even now affect the love that's going on. But I don't think I sent him out of the house any day.
So my friend, go and look for money.
Yeah, so thank God for that. So now that we're back
to the motherland, as our American friends will call it. Back to the motherland. Again, mixing European American accents. Now that we're back to Lagos, it's been quite interesting, you know, the sights, the scenery, the energy, the passion, the angst, the anger, the irritation, the joy, all of those emotions that we encounter and see every day. For me, it's just another phase of life. For LL, what has it been?
I'm really happy to be back to and with family and friends. I'd missed that a lot, even though my family came over quite often. It's just good to see them almost every other day. I'm back with my friends. I love the hustle and the bustle of Lagos. It's very contrary to my personality. I still don't get it. But I love the traffic, the shouting.
Do you like eating for fuel?
Okay, we're coming to that part. There was no petrol scarcity before. There was no petrol scarcity before we left. We came back to meet it. Yeah. But I like the hustle and the bustle and all of that.
The buzz of the generator noise.
He has a problem with generator noise. I haven't come there yet.
And like for me, I'm just like, can we have some peace? Now, I'm not forming on anything. Obviously, I grew up with that. But you know how you keep hoping that things will change and there will be some kind of visible transformation. Well, I guess that's part of why we're here, to contribute our quota towards the transformation in some way or the other.
So help us God. Yeah, so what has been like the toughest part for you?
The toughest part really is, number one, I think, let me just put it this way, it's facing the reality or engaging the reality that everything you've known theoretically will be tested. So there's something I usually tell Ella. I said, whenever you're planning for a project, if you're planning like build a house, buy a car, get married, whatever you're planning to do, just budget at least 2.5 times the money.
I thought it was 5 times.
The time, I said at least.
Okay.
I would typically say between 2.5 and 5 times, but at least 2.5 times the money, the time, and the energy you think you are going to spend. And so this whole transition period has proven that it is very true. So engaging that reality and having to deal with it and having to handle it and making sure I shield her and protect her from, whatever stress that will be typically attributed to that experience has been the most challenging part of it.
Okay. Yeah, thank you. You've done well. I can share. Right, what's it?
Ella sounds cute when she speaks Yoruba. Yeah, so she should speak more of that. If you agree, let me know in the comment box.
I'll try. I think I sound funny when I speak it, but he says I should just keep speaking it anyways. That people will not laugh at me. But I'll try. So what's been the toughest part for me?
Is it the packing?
I think it's still the settling in. We still have things in suitcases, dealing with Nigerian artisans. We're moving into your house. Carpenter has broken this one. Tomorrow, plumber has broken that one. And you think, oh, I'm moving into my house next week, and then they come up with another story, and that takes another 2 weeks. So you take 1 step forward, and it's 2 steps backward. But we'll get over it. I think that, and maybe the heat.
It is like the sun is officially angry.
I don't know if it's the time of the year or if it's climate change.
The funny thing is that it's not even just hot. The heat is unique. It has a signature.
It's harsh. It's harsh. It burns.
It does.
Oh my God. There was a time at home, the generator stopped working. I mean, the big generator stopped working. We're relying on only the small generator, and that couldn't be on.
I was not here then.
Uncle was in America enjoying 24 hours power supply. I was here with no big generator, but only the small generator. We couldn't even pump water, so there were days no lights, no fan. Wow. Even the rechargeable fan you bought, you couldn't now charge it. No water to bath. So I literally felt like I was going to lose my mind. So
I think we spoke one of those nights,
and I wasn't even answering him. We're trying to Skype, and I'm like, hi, I'm fine.
Yeah.
I think at the end of the day, I was like, I can't. Let's talk tomorrow.
Yeah.
It was really hot, so I think the resettling, dealing with Nigerian artisans and the heat, but Naija with Asia, so and we'll be fine.
Yeah, it was definitely. Now, one of the things we want to find out is, have you ever had a transitory period in your own relationship or marriage? So, for example, if you're not yet married, long distance, where your boo or your bae, as the case may be, or your boo or your boo bae, okay, had to travel for a master's or their PhD or some kind of long-term assignment, or maybe you're married and you're married to this man who's transferred.
Who's in the oil and gas industry.
So it's offshore today and onshore tomorrow, and midstream today, upstream, downstream, and streaming online, live stream, and all of that. How has it been for you Now, we might be able to learn some things from you, but more importantly, remember it's a broader conversation. So there are possibly people who are watching, reading the comments, and trying to learn. So share with us what your thoughts are, your experiences, good, bad, and ugly, and how you've been able to handle all of those factors that come to play during transition.
And I think what I would like to learn from that is how the transitions have affected not just your finances and your mental state, but the relationship in itself. Because I mean, this transition could have totally gone south for us.
Yes.
I could have been really upset. Why did you move me to London and now we're moving back again? You know, the money we could have been using to do this, we're using it to move back. But I think we did quite well dealing with ourselves.
Yes, I think
maybe I got emotional ones.
Yeah, for good reasons anyway.
But generally, I think we're able to do this. I'd like to know how you've dealt with such situations with your partner. When I say partner, I mean like your girlfriend or boyfriend. I don't mean someone you're just living at home with. Yes, your girlfriend or boyfriend, or your husband or wife.
Yeah, we'll be looking through the comments and we'll reply as many of them as we can, doing our best to add value in every way possible. But for now, if you know somebody who loves love,
who is in love,
or praying to find love,
or praying that love finds them,
do make sure that you send them the link to this video, and we trust that one or two things in our discussion will enrich their relationships, and together will make the world a much better place. For now,
bye.